Hey everybody, Thacia here with Legacy of Light in conjunction with One Love Wellness Center here in Menasha, Wisconsin, coming to you for my 22nd day of my 365 days from my heart to yours. And I wanted to just reach out to empaths today and just encourage you to switch the way that you use your empathy to compassionate action. And a lot of times empaths have difficulties of taking on other people's energy and feeling that energy. And that's part of the beauty also of being an empath, is that you can literally feel the energy of the other person. And it becomes almost as if it's your energy. And some people don't realize even that they are empaths. They just, come in contact with people and take on their energy without even knowing it. But if you know you're an empath, you know that you've maybe struggled with what to do with that energy once you take it on. And a lot of empaths in the past have taken this energy on it and it has become theirs, and they haven't known how to transmute it or what to do it, or you find out how you transmute it, and then we give it back to Mother Earth to restore it into something more beautiful to share with other people. But something that I was listening to on a channeling from Lee Carroll, who channels Cryon, was compassionate action. And it takes empathy to a whole nother level. And once you realize that you're an empath, maybe you can start trying this to, level up. But he tells the story of a man in just like his whole day, of how he goes through his day. And part of it is he is on his way to work and he sees this accident. And it is, he sees a woman and then a bunch of children, or several children, being put into this ambulance, but the children appear to be lifeless. And so he pulls over and realizes that it's a mother, because he starts to feel all the things that she's feeling, and is this overwhelming grief, and he begins to cry and take on her emotions. And instead of it going nowhere, he then begins to visualize her years from the accident, visualizes her gaining wisdom, gaining love, gaining compassion for herself, and he sees her even having joy and laughing. And he then takes all of his thoughts and his for her future, and he sends them to her. And then he leaves, the accident and goes on with her day. But we, as empaths, can begin doing that for other people. So instead of just taking on these emotions and either, holding on to them or trying to transmute them, we can literally do it in that moment by just visualizing a future for them, of love and of wisdom coming to them, and send that to them. And that can be powerful for not only for yourself, but for those that you're sending to it. You don't have to hang on to this person's agony and just have it be agony. Thinking of even way beyond that, third world countries who are, trying just to survive daily life. We can start as empaths sending them a brighter future, where they gain wisdom, where they gain this hope, where they gain the knowledge of what can we do to not be living in this daily struggle. When can we thrive? And we can send these thoughts of them thriving to them, because we are all connected in this energy. And when, as empaths, we begin to share a brighter future for everyone else, that helps them and that helps us to grow, and not to just hold on to this sadness of the situations, because it is devastating. Imagine being that mother in the accident and your children are dead. You're grieving. This is, that has to be a tremendous amount of grief. And instead of just sharing in the grief, as an empath, you can give hope and love and light and laughter and wisdom for a future for this person. That is like standing in the gap for them. Or, some people say, let's hold this space for this person. You can be that love and that light for that person when they can't. They need to grieve. They need to go through what they're going through. And they don't have to know even that you're doing this, that you're sending them. You can do this in any situation, or, pull time aside every day if you feel led to do it on a larger scale, or get a group together to do it on a larger scale. Because this is so powerful. We need to step into our power, step into who we are, and believe in our magnificence, because every one of you is magnificent. Every one of you is eternally adored and loved for every moment that you are here. And as an empath, you can struggle with others' energies, or try to take it on, or try, this new compassionate action. It is action. It is taking the empathy that you have for this person or situation and putting action to it, so that a future, not living in the sadness or the empathetic moment of that situation. The future is joy. The future is this wisdom. The future is love. The future is the future. Because we chose to, in the now moment, have a different perspective on how we can best empathize with everyone around us. How we can be the best us. And how we can help them be the best that they are. Because your energy will be known to them. It will give them, peace and the confidence, because we are all sharing in this oneness. But we each have our own gifts. We each have our own path. We each have these abilities to help and love one another, and to share the gifts with people. And sometimes that is without them knowing what we're doing for them, because we have just this great love. And it doesn't always need to be recognized or pointed out, because love isn't boastful. Love doesn't need to know or to be known by the person receiving it. It is doing it only because of itself, because it is love. And it doesn't need anything. So it doesn't need to be recognized. It doesn't need to be known or called out. It just is. And it just is part of everyone on this planet, in this galaxy, in this cosmic existence that we are in. It's in everything. It is everything. So just listen to your intuition as you learn to grow into compassionate action as an empath. Because it can change you, and it will change everyone around you, every situation that you come into contact through, where you feel just this love for them, or, the sadness. You feel what they're feeling, and you want better for them. But just feeling the feelings of them isn't going to help them. If they're in a really low spot, sending this compassionate action, telling the story of what their life may look like when they're out of this situation, when they're past this situation, because right now they can't even hold their own space. They need you to level up in your empathy, to make that choice, to put some action to your compassion, because the world needs you to be who you came here to be the love, to be the light, to be the guidance, to be the hope in times where they can't. And I just hope that as, an empath, that this message resonates with your heart, and that you begin practicing this, because this will literally change our world and our future, as if we as empaths all begin this practice of compassionate action. And it's just a visualization of promise and hope for someone else in a time where they are unable to do that for themselves. And that is just a beautiful thing that you can share with this world, and raise the consciousness of yourself and everyone else around you, and everyone else that you will have this compassionate action towards. Whether they know it or not, this will change their lives. So, I love you all. And if you did resonate with this video and you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications, because I will be doing this for 365 days, and we're only on day 22. So also in the description section is other ways that you can get in contact with me. And just remember that every moment you are eternally adored and loved. And I love you all. Thank you.